Well, hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 different ways on how you can cook the humble potato. So the first variety of potato-based dishiness is going to be the roast potato. And I'm going to show you how you can get them ridiculously crispy. We're going to cut them. That is a horrific knife. That's terrible. We're going to have to deal with this. If you want something a bit more special than that, check out what we do on our website. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. All we're going to do is kind of blanch these off into a pan with a bit of salt and also a few other flavourings because we want to get those flavours into the potato. As we're prepping the roast potatoes, we're also going to be preparing the other ones so we can just do it in one go without using multiple pans. As one of my old chefs I used to work with mentioned many a time, it's all about time and motion. We are going to be creating a mashed potato as well. So we're going to cut them the same size as the roast potatoes. The reason we want to do that is if everything's cut to the same size, everything will cook evenly, which means with our mashed potato, it will become velvety and smooth. And the roast potatoes won't be too overcooked that the second you pull them out the pan, they just fall apart. So yes, you've already guessed it. The second one we're going to do is mashed potato. A really easy one, but a damn tasty one. We are really building momentum now. The next potato dish is going to be fondant potatoes. So these are quite small. So we're just gonna carefully now, just almost top and tail. The next one is going to be hasselback potatoes, which are probably one of my favourites. So for that, you just grab yourself a potato and then very gently make a few slices into the potato. Maybe cut through roughly about halfway or so, halfway through the potato. Try and get them as even as you can, just like so. As mentioned, if we were using one of our puree knives, it would be a lot easier, but this was the only one that was to hand. As you can see now, we are prepped, we are ready to move forward. We've got our potatoes for a roast potato, our potatoes for our mashed potato or pomme puree, our potatoes for our hasselback potatoes. I've been saying potatoes way too many times in this video. Then we've also got our potatoes for our fondant potatoes. And then we've also got potatoes for our croquettes, which we'll be making out of some of the mashed potato. So there we go, that's 5 different ways to prepare potatoes. Our next job is to infuse the water with some lovely flavours. So we're just gonna add a pinch of Cornish sea salt into the pan, plus a few sprigs of rosemary. We're just gonna let that simmer and infuse for probably about 10 minutes, and then we'll add the potatoes. And with that, all of the flavours that's in the water will absorb into the potatoes. Right, next up is going to be the fondant potatoes. So we've got our potatoes ready and prepped, and we've also got some beautiful, smoky garlic. That is gonna go beautifully with this. Currently, we have a pan heating up, and we've just put a splash of olive oil in there. And now I'm going to add the fondant potatoes, and we're just going to try and caramelise and just brown off each side of the potato. I think it's safe to say we are rocking and rolling. Our roast potatoes are now ready to go into the oven. We've just left them to cool down and they've gone really nice and fluffy. And the reason you want to cool them down and let them get almost fluffy is because that fluffiness around the outside is what will give you a really beautiful crispy texture. I'm going to focus first on the mashed potato because we're going to be moving it around. If we let it get cold, it will become really starchy and almost go like gloopy, like wallpaper paste, which is what we do not want. So let's get them in the pan, and we're going to add a little pinch of salt in there. We've also got a few sprigs of rosemary still in there as well, so that'll give it a bit more flavour. I'm just going to whack a big generous helping of butter into the pan because that is going to give it a new level of richness. So what I'm doing now is I'm splitting the mashed potato because we want to keep some back for our croquettes. Obviously, if I was to add milk into this, trying to make croquettes with a very loose pomme puree would be a bit of a challenge. At this point, now I can add a little dash of milk. And one thing I love about pomme purees, mashed potatoes, there's so many flavours you can add. I remember during my chefing career, we'd create beetroot purees and then put them through the pomme puree, or we'd do date, which was really, really nice, fig. It's just such a versatile kind of dish or complement for any meal. So our pomme puree is now done. Oh, it's so nice and light and fluffy. So just to tweak it, we're now going to pass it through a little sieve just to get it even smoother. That is looking absolutely beautiful. So we're now just going to pass this through the sieve just to give us a really nice smooth consistency. And this is going to be beautiful because you can see it's got those little bits of rosemary just floating through it, adding a bit of flavour. Look at that. Oh, the consistency is beautiful. We're just going to heighten this just a little bit more, just to add another slight little level of flavour. We are going to add just a little bit of Dijon mustard. And the Dijon mustard is just going to lift it that little bit, just give it a little bit of a punch, a little bit of a kick. That is absolutely ridiculously good. It's getting a bit exciting now. So we're going to add some butter in with the fondant potatoes. Yes, I do know how much I've just put in. That is quite a lot. We are also going to add 2 cloves I've crushed up of the smoked garlic, which is going to add our hasselbacks in there as well, because why not? This is now ready to go into the oven at about 180 degrees for however long it takes to go nice and golden brown. We have our roast potatoes in with the garlic, and now we're going to place them straight into the oven. Also placing roast potatoes and the hasselback and the fondants all in one go. So we're now going to start constructing the croquettes. Just going to add a touch of plain flour into the mashed potato, and this is just going to help bind everything together. We also have some leftover lamb, so we're going to put that in there as well. And then we're just going to mix and bind this all together. Now everything is all mixed really nicely. We're just going to start shaping it into our little croquettes. Again, we want to keep these all roughly the same size so they cook evenly. Now we are going to do what's called panéing. We're going to first start by coating them in a touch of flour and then move over to egg and finish in breadcrumbs. So one thing I have learnt when panéing is to have one hand that goes in the egg and will get wet, and the other hand you try and keep dry. That way you don't end up in a disgusting, horrific mess. We'll now place them into the breadcrumbs and we'll give them a good coating. And with this breadcrumb mix, I've just added a little extra salt. So this breadcrumb mix was actually made from some fresh bread we did a few days ago that had just become a bit stale. So I dried it off a bit more in the oven and then blitzed it together with a little bit of Cornish sea salt and a bit more extra rosemary. And now they're all coated, we're just going to place them in the fridge for maybe about another 20 minutes, half an hour. Our pan is now up to temperature with the oil in, so we're going to place our little croquettes. Yeah, nice. Turn that up a little bit. And we're trying to get them just nice and golden brown, texture like sun. Right, so I am unbelievably excited now. I'm just about to dish up our lamb and rosemary croquettes. And look at them, they are beautiful and golden. Oh, they look absolutely stunning. Very, very, very happy with these. So, yes, I'm not a chef anymore, more of a knife maker, owner of a small knife company based in Cornwall. But I still have the passion when it comes to food and cooking. And just look at these beautiful croquettes, and you can hear as well how crispy they are. Just have a listen. I've never said that before about food. Have a listen to this food. Oh, so crispy. Right, so that is the first potato-based dish done. Lamb and rosemary croquettes. Boom. This is it. We are at the finishing line. So let's see how the other potato-based dishes have come out. In with a roast. Oh yes, here we go. The classic, the roast potato. They've come out beautifully, and as I mentioned, to get them really nice and light and crispy, you want to parboil the potatoes until they're almost fluffy. And that'll give you that real beautiful, beautiful crispy texture. Oh, look at that. Who knew you could get so excited about a freaking potato? Next on the agenda is our pomme puree. Oh, that's come out just bloody beautifully. Try and get it nearer the front. Real beautiful, smooth, velvety pomme puree with a little hint, just a hint, of Dijon mustard. That is, oh. Maybe I should get back to chefing again. Oh, and the hasselbacks and the fondant potatoes. You know when you set yourself a challenge and you kind of think there's probably going to be quite a few hiccups during the journey. This was a struggle, I'm not going to lie. It took a lot of effort filming. However, the end result, oh my God, I am beyond happy. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to do it. Oh my God, look at these fondant potatoes. Yes. These are ridiculously, these have come out so well. Oh, nice crispy top, really soft bottom. That's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. And then need to make a little bit of space for our hasselback potatoes. They can just fit in nice and snug just there. And that is a plate full of potatoes, pretty much. What I find incredible is we can create all of this from this one ingredient, just a potato. I really hope you enjoyed the video, as a lot of effort went into it. I mean, it's now about 10 o'clock at night and I haven't had dinner because this is it. It's gonna be quite heavy. Anyway, if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe because it really does mean a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna now feast upon this and we'll see you again soon.